This is Outlook Respawn. I am Milind with you. We are at IDGC here in Chennai 2025. Joining me is Aditya Deshpande from Lumikai Fund. Hi Aditya, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Lovely. Thank you so much for asking. This is a rare scene. People don't ask the interviewer.
Yeah.
Anyway, you are at IDGC. How's the vibe? This is what you call a vibe check in today's terms.
Yeah, it's great. I think the first year it's happening in Chennai, and it's a great venue, and I really like the energy, and I think the vibe check is just right.
Vibe check is just right. That's the way to go about it. We are closing in on the end of the calendar year. 2025 is almost ending. We will be beginning with 2025. What are some trends that you're seeing in the gaming industry lately?
Yeah, at least from a consumer standpoint, of course, we put out a research report a couple of days ago, and what we're seeing is a lot of people now playing, mid-core games, so like the likes of Free Fire and BGMI, also, Clash of Clans and all of those. But even on the casual side, people are getting into Coin Master and Candy Crush, and actually now paying for those games as well through battle passes and through in-app purchases, right? So that's great. I think on the founder side, been through the booths here, and that's great to see. I think a lot of focus continues to remain on mobile, but also a little bit on PC console. Also meeting a couple of people building in UGC, so like Roblox and UEFN. So I think that's very interesting to see as well.
Did you cross past the indie scene? There's an indie setup, Indie 40. There's a bunch of new games there. I met a bunch of college kids, and they're coming up with brilliant games. What do you think about that?
Yeah, look, I think it's great to see sort of the younger generation in that sort of age group, because they don't have traditional gaming baggage. Yeah. So they're very creative, very open to experimenting, open to new ideas. So very, very, very eager and very curious to see what kind of games come out of that scene.
Okay. How is your investment strategy panning out, especially given the bill?
Look, we as a fund, of course, not very affected by the whole thing, and I think from an investment strategy perspective, we're seeing a lot of interesting talent come out of these companies, right? So we're keeping a close eye on the kind of talent, because there's obviously great people there as well. And look, I think things continue to remain the same for us. Our focus has always largely been free to play, IAP, in-app purchase driven kind of monetization model. So that continues.
Okay, when you're in the sectors, of course, IDGC is the place to be. For the developers to be here, it makes sense. For a media team to be here, it makes sense. Why are you as market leaders here? What is exciting about it?
Look, I just love meeting people on the ground. I think love meeting founders. It's a melting pot of people from all over the world trying very interesting things. So it's very energizing to be here and see all of that. But then also meet some old friends, meet a few stakeholders, and also to see the government here and interact with them. I think that's the main goal.
Lovely. As someone who loves meeting people, are you also saying that if someone cracks a good conversation, there's a spot for a funding there?
Yeah, I mean that's one way to begin, at least. It's not, I don't roam around with term sheets in my bag, but yeah, definitely. It's good to make a first impression, I guess, always.
Okay, so the pitches need not be the first way to go about it.
Yeah, look, I think if there's an interesting idea, interesting business model, interesting founder, look, it can be a pitch, it can be a memo, it can be a conversation. Look, we're on the lookout for good founders, great ideas, and potentially great investments, right? So that's how we look at it. So we're agnostic from the perspective of, hey, it has to be a pitch or a memo or a conversation.
Dan, I should have known this in advance, otherwise I would have walked in with something. Yeah. But anyway, it was lovely speaking to you. Thank you so much. Have a great time at IDGC. This is Outlook Respawn. Enjoy.